Are we having a good time still? Is everyone warm and cozy in here with your new friends? Yes? Having good cocktails, laughing. Feels good. Feels really, really good. I'm having a blast tonight, y'all. Thank you so much. We're going to bring up our next storyteller. This performer hails from the town of Zapata, Texas. Single in case anyone was wondering, and is willing to go on a date with anyone who looks over in his direction. We are very much alike. A teacher by choice and a dumb bitch by heart. Please welcome to the stage, Charlie Rodriguez.
Y'all, I have heartburn. Yeah. Must have been the alcohol. I have heartburn and a secret. I think Christmas is boring. Oh, ooh, controversial, huh? Oh, people are mad. But I'm serious. Like, okay, like you're obsessed with the birth of Jesus. Like, okay, can we have other obsessions? Like, can we celebrate other holidays as passionately? Like, why aren't we shaking tits and popping ass for St. Patrick? Hot ass green suit sleigh, little leprechaun papa. No. Just me, fine. And you know what? Fuck a stocking, bitch. Okay, let's do that. And also, fuck a tree. Okay, fuck a tree. Have you ever had to fluff an artificial tree before? From a sensory standpoint, literally fuck off, right? It's awful. Meanwhile, I've had my tree up since November 1st. Freaky girl. Okay, the decorations are fierce. I don't know why I'm acting up. It's more the December 24th through the 25th of it all. You always want more out of it, but the reveal is always a flop, isn't it? Christmas at our place is always sort of like, hi Thea, how are you? That's good, Thea. Wow, you look nice. Hi Thea, I'm good. Thanks to God. I always like go into that too, you know, like I was going to that. And then you talk to your cousins from Orange Grove, Texas about the deer hunting and how the Cowboys have been playing this season. We answer politely and we nod agreeably and act semi-interested. It's always been like that. Then there's this cousin who had like 3 to 5 kids, I'm not exactly sure. You're not sure which one's asleep in the spare bedroom and which one they just had and what their very unique names are. So you just say, cutie. When you know fully they look like their dad. No, I think that's fine. Like, that's fine. That's beautiful. That's how God always intended her son's birthday to go. Christmas is a fine holiday because it's just that. It's fine. I didn't have the language for it then, but I think the little 8-year-old gay, who grew up to be a big gay, always wanted a little bit of drama to spice things up. Perhaps a dinner from hell-esque brawl to call back to season 5 Real Housewives in Amsterdam, which is to me one of the most astounding and groundbreaking pieces of media. Any Housewives heads in the house? Woo! Yes, thank you so much. Shanice came back and she said, "Thank you." You're welcome. Absolutely insane. At least watch that. What I wanted was a fight, a wine glass getting broken at the dinner table, a sister running out in a cape, just some drama. But none of that now is there. We sit, we chat politely, we watch the Nativity movie in Spanish on Univision, and we're bored, but we laugh a little. It's pleasant. Until one Christmas, when I was a petite age of like 9, I was seated in the living room eating a Christmas classic, tamales. Right? That fucking decadent tube of meat enveloped in masa. Now let me paint a gorgeous portrait of what little Charlie looked like at this age. I'm in a tender pair of size 14-16 husky jeans from JCPenney. Yeah, hefty boy. A striped polo shirt I couldn't stand wearing, and my favorite beige Lands' End brand slip-on shoes. Honestly, kind of similar to this, but make it beige. Tip in the scales, a pediatric doctor's office is at 150 at this point. Like, And let's put it this way. I could have been in the audition room reading for the titular role of The Whale by Samuel D. Hunter. Honey, first staged reading, baby. Booked and busy and what? Breathing heavy. That's true. That's true. Now, I'm unfortunately surrounded by my extended family, spread out amongst two different designated tables. The adult table is adorned with a maroon tablecloth and a poinsettia runner, festive centerpiece. She's looking luxury, really. Good solid wooden leg. She's built right and tight, right? Kind of how anyone would want to be built like a good wooden table, now wouldn't they? Now, the kids' table was kind of looking like an afterthought. The most putrid bird shit white color pulled out from the depths of the dusty garage, placed awkwardly in the living room, which is also the exact place I would rather gnaw my arm off in. My eyes moved to the nativity scene that my tia put up, and I have to say, it is gorgeous. Strung with lights and all the animals one might think of, a camel, a lamb. She's getting it. Manuela's getting it. Manuela's like, fuck yeah, I know what you're talking about. And my tia put boxes under it with like the fake snow, like the batting. It made it look real luxurious. She made it cute. I love it. And of course, Mary and Joseph in the robes, looking at their newborn baby, softly and sweetly, and in the peace of the manger, decadent. Now, while I admire, my ears turn off to the seemingly nonstop droning of, yeah, the drive was kind of drizzly over here, and after this it was going to, what I would love for you to go do is fuck off somewhere, cousin. I don't want to deal with that. But while I start to suck the meat out of my freshly sprouted adult teeth, thank you, I pan over to find the elders sitting in the dining area where the parents are seated. I can observe my mother seems to be calm after the storm of two teens and a preteen chunker out of the house. Her premature gray must have been something to do with us three fuckers fist fighting as soon as I was able to throw a punch. I mean, really, we were fucking fighting. My dad sits right beside her, as he always has. His warm eyes and crooked smile are probably a result of a poop joke made by my tío René, who always has something catty to say. A quick story about my tío René. About a couple months ago, he said I was looking thin in his usual way. He's one of the girls, don't tell him. He's gay, he never came out. I'm not gonna post that. Edit that. That's between you and us. He said, "Te ves muy flaco, Charlie." He eagerly waits for a response from me. I'm like, and after a pregnant pause, he says, "Se dice thank you, Charlie." Se dice thank you. With his little attitude. Sassy him for what? But he's just like me for real. I would be like, my eyes continue to go right, and there's my abuelita Lucy. Now, she is a woman who needs very few things. High blood pressure meds, bless her. A jacket in 90-degree weather. Anyone else, right? Manuela saying, fuck yeah. Abuela's cold for whatever. Okay, so she needs the high blood pressure med, she needs a jacket in 90-degree weather. She also needs a couple of hoes. She loves to tend the grass, you see. I think of her version of heaven is one where the sun weaves in and out of the clouds with a lush field of weeds, a really sharp talachito that suits her 4'9" frame. She's really short. She'll only do things si Dios quiere, or si está bueno el día, which is her way of saying, you couldn't get me at this fucking house unless you can guarantee nothing is going to trigger my sky-high anxiety. Good luck, bitch! Bless her. She called me on the phone a couple of days ago, and within 3 minutes, while I was mid-sentence, she said, ya no te quito el tiempo, bye. She never learned phone etiquette, which is somehow very Kathy Hilton of her, right? Okay, continue moving with me here. The owners of the home, my tia Beatriz and my tío Rudy. Tia is never caught dead in anything but a skirt with a 3/4 length sleeve. I am clinically addicted to the woman's commitment to a silhouette that flatters. My tío Rudy, her beloved husband, was to always be in a pressed pant and a nice button-up that suited him well. He intimidated me a little bit when I was younger, though. The man was very kind and very warm and very smart and missing an arm. That scared me as an 8-year-old, you know? I couldn't tell why, it just did. I'm embarrassed now to admit it because it feels insensitive and now like so regular to me, but I was always especially careful to interact with the right side of his body. On the left, I'm just missing it. Sorry. Cut to 8-year-old Charlie. You know when you're doing exposure therapy for like trypophobia or something, and you're doing your very best to stare at it in hopes that the fear will go away? Well, that's what little Charlie was doing. He was staring at Theo Rudy's arm, or I'm sorry, lack thereof, trying to like Matilda my way into believing that I was cool about this missing limb, or maybe grow one with my mind. Well, surprise to no one, it didn't work. Oh well, coping mechanism. I looked at my plate of tamales. Woo, little fatty. Chunquita's sitting at the bird shit table thinking, okay, I'm eating, I'm chilling, dipping my cunty little tamal into some motherfucking, guess what, say it with me, ketchup, okay? Oh, you know what, I didn't come here for hate. I thought this was a safe space, okay? The hell? Okay. Oh, you know what? Get her out of here. Security, get her out. Hateful ass. Okay. My heartburn. It's from the tamales. It's coming back. It's sensory. Okay, you know when in White Chicks, you know, thank God someone's laughing, thank God. God, I'm relieved, I'm pleased. Okay. Woo. You know in White Chicks when Terry Crews walks over the Wayans brothers while they're laying out in white girl drag, which is queer culture? His shadow looms over them, kind of scary. I can feel my Theo's sturdy presence right behind me like that. And I turn to see his white hair and his thick-rimmed glasses, and he has one of those smiles that makes him look like he's frowning, which didn't help the scariness of it, right? He asks if I was loving the food in his jolliest of tones. He really was jolly. I might have been a little spooked, but let's get real, the bitch was eating good, right? Charlie of yesteryear was an eater, to say the least. I mean, he was sneaking frosting and jelly sandwiches and cold hot dogs when he could, and I'm serious. My brother tells me, yes. Frosting and peanut butter. Girl, it was serious. It was serious. But before I could swallow my food to retort, he pats me on the back with the stump.
Oh my God.
Baby. The girl next to Manuel was like, oh my God. Okay, my body didn't know how to react, but my brain knew to be polite. I smiled and I nodded, but my eyes were as big as plates. And then across from me was my older brother, Albert. Ruthless. Relentless. And also gay. But I came out first, which makes me the oldest. He's kind of like a chihuahua, lots of bark and bite. And this boy, he was like waif-like with a Caesar haircut and chomping at the bit for something to poke fun at when I was the subject of ridicule. And I saw that knowing look in that slut's eye. Had it not been for him, I could have lived in my terrified discomfort and gone on without any trouble. But here comes this motherfucker with some damn nerve to laugh out loud. And he knew I was scared of my Theo Rudy's stumpy arm. And so he starts in with, you're scared or what? I was pissed. And I have this face of a dog who got caught shitting inside the house. It's terrifying. Yeah, bitch. I'm fucking scared. What the fuck? Like, yeah, of course. But words didn't come. Instead, it's heat that's radiating from my contorted face. I'm sure my cousins were very confused at this sort of back and forth, but it was par for the course when Albert's your brother. My brother says, Theo, it's because he's scared of your arm. I wanted to die. The secret's out, bitch, in front of the cousins, the frankincense, the gold, and the myrrh, and of course, baby Jesus on his birthday. The tears start without notice, but my teeth are still bared in the shape that used to be a smile. I'm a confusing mess of laughter and crying and heat. My body bounces in the plastic folding chair. And the jury's still out on whether it was from the uncontrollable laughter or the stifled sobs. But that little fatty, the 8-year-old little fatty, is the funniest and saddest thing you could have seen at any Christmas dinner in 2006. Now this is where I would insert my Kyle Richards moment, the running out of the restaurant in Amsterdam in the Cape, soaring through the drizzly streets, or better yet, see, Cheetah's the only one laughing. Does anyone know the Dinner from Hell? Thank you, hot guy. I don't know if you heard. I'm single. Okay, no, that's ugly. That's ugly. You're here with someone. That's so. That's awful. I'm kidding. Can you imagine? I'm awful. Awful. See, my Theo Rudy could have done one better, and he could have coined the Aviva moment by ripping the prosthetic off and screaming, "The only thing that's fake about me is this!" And then they throw the prosthetic. Have you seen that gif? You've seen that? Olivia's not, yeah! But my Theo Rudy, unfortunately, chose to free stump instead. Now, my brother is still laughing to this day about that moment. And you mention it, and you can see the forehead vein bulge at how hard that fucker laughs at this story. And the thing is, neither of us remember how the story resolves itself because he laughs too hard to get through it, and I get too embarrassed to relive it. So it pretty much ends there. Thank you. No other Christmas has been as noteworthy since as far as I can recall. Those boring cousins have gotten older and started their families, to which I say, looks like there's someone for everyone, let's just say that. Look at the material. I mean, you know what I mean? So dumb. My immediate family is older and still just as bitchy and fart jokey and stupid. My Theo Rudy is no longer with us. Yeah, he was buried with his prosthetic arm on. Just felt important for you to know that. Well, I sure do hope you got everything you want for Christmas, and hope you don't get a stump of coal in your stocking. Maybe you quit sitting around and start rocking around the stump mystery. Sorry, that was awful. I have one more. And if you live south of the border, Felice Stumpadad. Thank you. Thank you so much, team.
Y'all get it for Charlie Rodriguez. That was fabulous.